Alright y'all, we are going to be teaching you how to set up the DJI gimbal. This is the DJI Ronin 4 Pro, something like that. So let's get started. Alright, so of course it's going to be in this case. You got all your pieces. I'm literally going to be teaching this as if you've never set up your gimbal before or pulled it out of the case. Alright, so you're going to pull your gimbal out. It's going to be all like this. You're going to first pull out the handle, which this is the battery. So we'll connect that. Boom. There's a lock right here. Boom. Gimbal is locked. Good to go. Can't come off. Good to go. This is just the tripod piece of it. Screw that right in right here. Try to point my hat down just a hair. Perfect. All right. You can put this handle on later on if you think you want it. Let's go ahead and pull this piece out as well. This is going to be your mount for the camera. If I can get this thing out. Alright, so that's going to be the mount to go from the camera to the gimbal. Alright, so let's just screw all that stuff. Boom. Set your tripod up. Have it sitting down. Perfect. Alright. So what we want to do first, make sure it's charged. Push this button over here. It is charged or else it wouldn't be blinking. Alright, now we want to unlock the gimbal. So right here you have an unlock button so you can unlock it. These things will be able to move. You can lock it down. Boom, locked. So it can't move. So the next one, boom. Alright. Locked, good to go, can't move, nothing can move, it's all locked down. Alright, let's get our camera right here, take the lens cap off, because that is going to factor in when balancing your gimbal, any kind of weight on it. So I'm going to go ahead and balance it horizontal, as if I'm shooting a horizontal highlight video. So this is my detailed lens. I always stabilize it on 50. That way if I want to zoom in, zoom out a little bit, I'm good to go. If I go 75, it may still be stable, because the more weight you put on the gimbal or the whole thing moves, the entire gimbal will be out of balance. So we'll stabilize it on 50. If you're using the wide angle camera, you don't have to do anything. I mean the lens, you don't have to do anything, which is nice. So I use a 28 to 70 because it barely moves. Alright, let's go ahead and get this plate. This just comes right off here, unlock. Let's go ahead and get it set. So this thing always goes up front. So we'll go like this, boom. Get that set. This just screws right on the bottom of the camera. We'll get it nice and tight. This little thing right here just pops. Kind of just holds it straight. Get it straight as you can and then tighten it down. Boom, good to go. Alright, hold your camera like this, boom, and it just slides right onto here just like that. And once it's kind of in there good, you can lock it. Boom, locked and loaded. Alright, let's get this thing on. Let's go here. It just slides right on top of that. Alright, so once you got your camera on here, it's going to be moving freely. It's going to be kind of weird. So there's a button back here that makes it loose. It can move back and forth. You're going to want to lock it down with this little lock here. Boom, lock and loaded, can't move. Alright, now we want to balance the gimbal. The first thing I always do is unlock the first one here. So that's unlocked, it can freely move. It's definitely not balanced. Wherever I hold it, it's gonna fall. Don't let it just fall, hang really hard, because you're gonna break the camera. We want this thing, you know, nice and smooth. Don't want to break the camera as we're stabilizing this thing. Alright, so the first one I always move is this one. So you can unlock it here. Boom. There's a little roly-poly, I don't know what to call this, slider. You can move this back and forth. I'm gonna move it till it's pretty much centered. So I'm gonna keep moving it, keep moving it. It's gonna take a bit, like this isn't gonna be perfect now. So as long as it's like somewhat off balance. It's still not balanced, of course, because it's trying to fall. So we're going to do this one next to get this part balanced. All right, so what you want to do is loosen this up, and then we want to move this until we can get it balanced. So let's go about right. You can kind of like jerk it a little bit because these things are really finicky. So I'm literally like using my left hand to kind of move it up and down. It's not the best design. We should make one of our own. So we can go like that. What we want is be able to tighten this down and the gimbal stays. So like here and here, it's pretty close. I think it's actually like stabilized. But you want to keep moving this, and sometimes you'll have to go back over here, move this a tiny bit, maybe just a hair, inch or two, or even a centimeter, until you've got the camera face down, face back up, looking at you without moving. Like you can take a step back, and this thing isn't like falling forward, falling back. So just keep going. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna be frustrating. Once you've done it 500 times, you can do it pretty quickly. All right, we're going to the next axis. This one's locked. We want to go over here, unlock this one. Of course, immediately you see it is not balanced. It's flopping around, it won't stay. So let's go ahead and loosen this one. Boom. It's gonna be falling a little bit. So if it's falling to the right, we want to move it to the left. What I'm doing is using my right hand under here, putting my left hand kind of right here. Hopefully you can see that. I'm just barely pressing on it. Like these things are so finicky and annoying. I hate it. Eventually they'll make one that's self-balancing, but for now I'm just barely moving this thing until I feel like it's close. What you want to be able to do is put the gimbal here and here without it moving. Right now it's moving on its own. That's not what we want. So if we put it here, it's actually pretty close. Sometimes it'll move. So you want it as close as possible to putting the gimbal here and putting the gimbal here without it moving. It's gonna take a bunch of moving this thing around 500 times. You're gonna get frustrated the first time you do this. Maybe even the 10th time, you're gonna freaking wanna throw this thing out the window. Once you've done it 100 times, you're gonna walk up to it, you can close your eyes, just boom, 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 done, stabilized. It'll be super quick, simple. You'll be ready to go. Once you get to a shoot, this should be super easy. At first it sucks. Just make sure that this can go here, here, it'll stay, lock it, let's go to the next one. All right, the next axis we want to stabilize is this bottom one. I think I already have it stabilized, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put it on what it originally comes in the package. It's either here or all the way. So we'll go over to this one and we'll unlock it so it can swivel around 360, no scope, whatever you want to do. So make sure this one's unlocked. What we want to be able to do is pick up this gimbal. We want to be able to pick up the gimbal and the whole thing stay. Right now I'm going left, right, like all I want to be able to do is go here and here and the whole thing stay. Right now, of course, it is not stabilized, so what we're going to do is unlock this one. So we have this one and this one unlocked. We want to move this thing until the whole thing stays. So I'm going to go ahead and lock it. So each time you want to lock it, make sure we're good. Pick it straight up, move it to the right, move it to the left just a hair. Like you don't want to like overdo it, but just barely. It should be able to stay there without moving, and they're unlocked. If I had it pushed all the way this way, let's see what it does. If I go to the right, wait. Oh, that's why. There we go. So if I move it to the right, it spins. Hold it back straight. If I move it to the left, it spins. That is not what we want. We want to get it to where it is pretty close. Something around there. And I can go left and right, to the side, back, forth maybe a little bit, and it stays there centered the entire time. That is how you stabilize your gimbal. So each time you just start with each axis, do this one, lock it, do this one, lock it, do this one, lock it. boom, your gimbal is stabilized, ready to go. All right, the next we want to do is actually turn on the gimbal. Wow, who knew? All right, so there's an on button here. Just hold that down a few seconds. Your gimbal is going to be shaking like crazy because it's like, what just happened? We just stabilized this thing. So it's going to say gimbal control poor, do you want to calibrate? You always want to calibrate your gimbal before you get going. So I just go to the menu here. It'll be the top left, boom, start calibration. It's gonna do its whole thing. The gimbal is gonna be shaking like crazy. Gonna seems like it's nervous, something weird is going on, but just let it do its thing. Every time you show up to a shoot, stabilize your gimbal, press the calibrate button, let it do it, little shakes. Everyone make fun of it, but just stick with it. You've got to do it every time just so the gimbal is super smooth. All right, once that's done, you can just go off it and everything should be good to go, feeling super smooth. You want to be able to move the gimbal, do a few tests like go up, down, left, right, kind of do some movements as if you're filming. Just make sure everything's nice and smooth, nothing's shaking, you should be good to go. If there is anything shaking, it probably means one of your axes are not stabilized. The next thing we want to do is download the DJI Ronin app. So once you have the app downloaded, you get these settings pulled up. What we want to do is connect through Bluetooth. You'll be able to go into Bluetooth on the camera, connect it straight to it. Once you've done that, it should show up every time. You shouldn't have to reconnect it. It's like an automatic thing every time you pull the app up. So boom, your gimbal is connected to your phone, and what you want to do is go into user profile. We're going to control. We're going to set some settings so this gimbal is super smooth. So what we want to do, go to motion, and we want to set some of these settings. Now I will text you guys all of this because it's kind of confusing to just sit here and look at and keep pausing the video, but we'll go through, we'll change the pan, tilt, and roll, and then I think there's a few things right here we'll change, but what that does is just make everything super smooth no matter what we're doing. And then when I go into the gimbal, I also hit right here, bottom right, and I have it on slow. You can try medium if you'd like, but I kind of like the slow. Everything's just super smooth. When I'm doing the detailed shots, everything just feels super good. So that is how we set up our DJI Ronin gimbal for videography.